What's up there, Internet? Welcome to my channel. My name is Matt. I'm an independent researcher of all things that are awesome and mysterious. And today's topic is something about that probably all of us should think about, and that is our hidden potential. And like what that really means. I mean, we all have potential. I realize it in myself that I know I have potential. I know that, I can achieve much more than what I am achieving. I'm capable of much more of what I'm doing, and I tell myself this all the time. But it's not easy to do. I mean, there's so many people, sadly, who not only do they not reach their potential, but they're prisoners of their own minds. And I mean, you see it with homeless people, you see it with people that people who have a hard time keeping a job down, relationship issues, so on and so forth. And I think a key thing to have, a key characteristic to have is, and this relates to a lot of other ideas that I've expressed on the internet, is you need a balanced lifestyle. And the way I think about balance is I have to physically think about stuff sometimes, and I figure not quite like a putty consistency. I picture a ball, but with the consistency in between, like that goo that you can make as a kid, and it just goops down, and in like Play-Doh, like an in-between thing. So you're packing this ball, you're constantly packing this. I mean, I'm turning something mental, an idea, into like a physical thing to make me understand a little bit better. So I imagine this ball, and maybe, relationship issues drips down a little bit. So you realize that and you correct it and you start to pack that down. And then maybe something else goes out of balance, job-related things, so that hopefully you realize that and you correct it and you pack that down, and it's this constant ball that you're never going to have balance for very long. To be able to sustain it is extremely difficult. And if you can have moments of balance or periods in your life of balance, I mean, that's the best that a human being can do. Unless you're an exceptional human being like Jocko Willink or Joe Rogan, who are just exceptionally self-disciplined, and then no matter what, they get done what they need to get done and what they want to get done. But for the average person, I would say that if you can have key moments and periods in your life where things are relatively balanced, then you're achieving a level of lifestyle and mental health that life is going to be okay. So I really think that a balanced lifestyle is extremely important. Parker, come on. And we're all born with a destiny. The older that I get, kind of got away from, I guess, have just very regular Christian roots. The older that I got away from that and the whole biblical story. But then the older that I get, I'm kind of coming back to a lot of it, not in the same mind frame though. And the older that I get, man, I'm just convinced that we're the fact that we're here is it's incredible. It's astronomically. I mean, you want to talk about mathematically wise, it's so astronomically ridiculous that we're even able to be born, and we're born in this reality, and we have these. Parker, stop, please. The fact that we're even able to have these bodies and to be able to be born in this reality on this earth is incredible. And we should wake up every morning thinking that we have another day. Even though I know that sometimes life can feel like that it's a prison and it's miserable and there's so much evil and darkness that occurs throughout our lives, and it's just terrible. Oh God, I hope this isn't messed up. We're all born with a destiny. It's up to you to make that choice. It's up to you to make the right choices to go down the path, and so many people don't even know what their path is. So many people don't know what their path is, and that's the saddest thing. That takes some serious soul searching, some serious self-reflection, and just to be able to remove yourself and maybe go on an adventure or go somewhere by yourself and be able to rely just on yourself and do some serious self-reflection, because to be able to even get to the point where it's like, all right, this is what I want to do in life, you're already passing a barrier that many people just don't pass through, unfortunately. And it's sad to see. It will likely occur later in life. Some people are very lucky, and from an early age they know immediately what they want to do, and they go through school, they go through the right passes, and by the time that they're, let's say, 25, they're already successful in whatever endeavor that they chose to do. But for a lot of people, it doesn't occur till later in life, me included. I don't know what I wanted to do, and it scared the crap out of me. I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I knew what I didn't want to do. I knew what I didn't want to do, and that was, I could go down a big list of stuff that I just didn't want to do, like career-wise. I knew from an early age that I wasn't going to have, or I wouldn't be happy with just like a regular job, a regular tasked job that means nothing. That is a really big reason why I went into the fire service, because I felt like that I was actually doing something, something important. You're not just having a meaningless job, a task that means nothing. It meant a lot, and I was extremely proud of myself, to tell people and to tell myself that I was a firefighter, I was an EMT, I just need that. I need to be proud of what I'm doing, and this thing on YouTube is something that birthed after the death of the fire service thing for me. So moving on, and I would rather start slow and not, I don't want to have my best days behind me. I would rather be a slow burn and be a late bloomer, and until the day that I die, I'm constantly progressing, and I want to be, in 10 years from now and 10 years after that, I want to be better than I was before. I want that. Joe Rogan is an awesome example of that. It's just someone who's always progressing. And rather than, explode and super accelerate while you're really young, and look back and see that your better years are behind you. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I would rather be a slow burn. And I just think it's important to tell people and to tell yourself and tell myself that you have a future, you have a destiny, you have potential. You're not a failure. You're probably a relatively decent person, maybe a little misguided, aren't we all? There's no real good handbook on how to be a human being, and you can do whatever you want to do. Just bottom line, that's just what you need to tell yourself. You can do whatever you want to do, not without extreme ownership and a lot of work and a lot of focus. In 7 Keys to Self-Discipline is an audiobook that I broke down. Talks about 7 characteristics that many people, the most successful people, have, and a lot of it is being able to have a vision, being able to persevere, and to have a goal in mind, and no matter what happens in life, to hack away at that goal day by day, and if that's how things are done, that's how achievements are made. It's very rarely does it happen overnight. It almost never happens overnight. For some people, some stuff happens very quickly, but usually it's a slow grind over and have a life's work. And this is part of the reason why I'm doing this YouTube thing. Is I'm going to be gone. I'll be gone, not on this planet, for half my life. If I'm lucky, I'll have another 30 years, and I'm not going to be around for much longer. And I just want to have something that I have done to leave behind. I don't know. That's because that's really the only thing that really matters. Nothing matters after you leave this world. Nothing materialistic. No amount of money. No amount of wealth. No amount of materialistic things. None of that means nothing. Reputation. So I think I'm going to end it there. Hopefully this has given somebody some interesting ideas to think about and try to apply in your life. I'm glad that I'm able to get it out of my head and into the world. So if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot. It would be really cool to build this channel and get this thing going. So yeah, thank you.